EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Short throw caught by Bowers. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On play action, now McCarthy. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. You look at this Steeler defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Throwing is McCarthy. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jamison Williams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
Here we go, son.
First carry for Najee Harris. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. From the gun, here's Fields. That's swung out wide to Harris. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. In motion left goes Smith.
Go.
Here we go on 4th down, Fields. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Let's go.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Credit Patrick Queen. He was the man who knocked that ball away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. You look at this Steeler defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Good. Right.
Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Don't jump. Ready? Extend. Sit high.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Steelers at 7-4 on the year. Well, they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
To throw is Fields. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Pat Fryermuth. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goal.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now a 2nd and 10. Sticking with a pass. Here's McCarthy. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. He may go. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Well, Charles, as a defender yourself who made a few of those plays back in your day, I know you know there's no better feeling than a pick six for a defender.
And the big thing is when you take it and you realize you're out there and you've got a great chance to score, not to get overexcited and have one of the yard lines trip you up, or the turf monsters we used to call it, knock you down before you get to the end zone. That didn't happen on that play. He carried it home.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
This offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6, eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? That went down the field for Freiermuth. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's McCarthy. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Remember in preseason when we go to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills and, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Now a first down carry for Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Fields now to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it'll be intercepted. The dangerous Hill now to return. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now we're at the 41, second and 9. Now McCarthy. Complete to his target, Jalen Hyatt. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. To the air with McCarthy. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw again. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Go.
Now it's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Fields. Forced out to his left. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. Okay, so the personal foul penalty. And those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And running with power here. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Fields. That one down the field for Freiermuth. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Here we go.
Slot man moves right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
Deontay Banks there on the stop. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. Back to throw. McCarthy. He's airing it out for Williams. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Looking to throw McCarthy. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
Evades him at the 10.
And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. They'll run with Mitchell.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Looking to throw. McCarthy flush to his right. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Daniel Bellinger there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to stretch out their lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They give him a gain of 38.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Harris is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch in. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Now this likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Is that all right?
Now Fields.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Unable to corral him. He fights through.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And that will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Jamison Williams
with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season.
And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's Fields.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is McCarthy. He finds his man. It's Robinson. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw again. He's got this complete to Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. To the air again, McCarthy. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. To throw is Fields. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go.
Fields. And my goodness, another interception. And he's got room. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Back to throw. Fields. And this is caught by Fowles, right side. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
11.
Throwing again is Fields. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Giants are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
To the air with McCarthy.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. He talked about